I think it's crazy, really personally, that a person would put that much trust in a doctor, and say, I'm gonna put all my trust in this doctor, and this doctor has my life in their hands. I know there are situations where you're dealing with surgery and emergencies where that's the case, but having a baby is very, very normal and natural. It is something that naturally happens, just like everything else in our bodies that was created. If you are a Christian and you believe, what the Bible says, then there was a point. Think about this. There was actually a point in life where there were no doctors, because the doctors actually had to be born themselves. If you think about it. So at some point, if you do believe that God created like Adam and Eve, Eve's first baby, there was not a doctor present. And I think that Cain and Abel came out just fine, so you have to just take everything into consideration. There are countries, I know you talk about third world countries, places where women are malnutrition, they're not getting enough food, or not getting the right kinds of food, stuff like that. In those situations, women can have complications, but normally what happens is, seriously, if we can just get out of the way, men, doctors, midwives, doulas, and allow the mother's body to do what it was created to do, everything most of the time just goes just fine. So I don't think it's crazy at all, because we did it 4 times, and our kids are so blessed and so healthy and so smart and everything. And all of our experiences were great, but we did just allow her body to just do what it was created to do.
Another thing is, when it comes to unassisted home births, we're thinking about our body as women, like how I'm going to heal, what type of medicine do I take? But we've done a lot of research about that, just letting your body heal itself and just giving your body the best nutrients. Is that how to say it?
Yeah, nutrition,
food. Yeah.
So with all of the research that have been done throughout the years, what they're finding out more and more is they're trying to figure out why our bodies are even dying, because from what they're seeing, our bodies shouldn't die, because it heals itself. When something happens to our bodies, it automatically heals itself. So I would advise you, seriously, there are so many videos now with like high HD 3D visuals of like the first trimester of a baby going through that process. And for you, if you look at something like that and just see how that baby is being formed and just everything that's going on in that process that we have nothing to do with, that we can't do, that we're not smart enough to be able to do that. Like we can't create life. So to see that process from the first trimester all the way to the end, that if that alone is not enough for you to realize that, look, the same God that created that human being and gave that body the ability to recreate or to do what it's doing to create a baby inside of a woman, that same body that did that also has the ability to birth the baby that it created. So that is really, just that alone, I don't think it's crazy at all. I think it actually makes a whole lot of sense. And why would you consider doing that? Well, with the research that's been done, like I said, if you put your hands into a doctor, and we're not giving you medical advice, we're just telling you what's going on. Over 30% of babies that are being born today are by C-section. So mothers are being cut open to have babies. And what is that all about, really? Well, the doctor's making a decision. Well, we're gonna cut the baby out because something happened that we're saying is now an emergency, and it's an emergency, so we need to cut the baby out.
Right.
There are situations where the baby has been cut while the doctor's trying to open the woman up. You know, it's a surgery that happens. So a whole lot of things can go wrong, you know, but I would rather my wife and I be in a comfortable environment, in an environment that's suitable for birth, and allow the body that created the baby the opportunity to birth the baby. That's just what I think. And like I said, we've had this experience, so we just want to tell you guys, you know, I understand. We do understand, you know, how you can be afraid and all that, but it's not crazy.
Yeah.
We don't think it's crazy to have a baby at home.
Yeah.
You know, now if like I said,
Without doctors.
right, because the doctors are not creating the baby. They have no part in that process, but we're trusting that they can deliver the baby,
Yeah.
which is something that they're not doing anyway.